Okay, let's go. This is 1.8k memoir Anti Mage game by Zero's Resurrection. Okay. Okay. Alright, Anti Mage. I like your item so far. How will you spend your last 200 gold? Healing self? Calling? Oh, okay. Okay, I will talk about this item later. After just briefly going through your lineup. Shadowfen is going to middle from Dire. Ogre Mecha is supporting anti-mage top. Legend Commander jungling with the Iron Talon. That's fine. This is really fine. And Wraith King is going offlane with potentially jungler, another jungler. This is really fine. I like your lineup. It's really fine. Okay, never mind. I don't like your lineup because I just saw that they have Ulsa. Ulsa is where? I don't know where Ulsa is going. It's like Ulsa could be offlane. His could be jungler. It could be a roamer. I think it's jungling. Lion support with Void safe lane. For the safe lane, right? For the safe lane. Spiritbreaker, roamer, and Lina is middle. I think Lina is middle. All right. Let's see. So talking about your item build, this build is really fine. This build is actually one of my recommendations. Only if you are allowed to play greedy. What that means is, when you play as a carry, when are you? Here's my question. I want you to answer yourself. If you want to play greedy, what should be the condition? Under what circumstances can you play greedy? That is when you have two supports protecting you behind. Right now you only have ogre. And if you okay, imagine that you got this item and you ended up facing Ulsa offlane. So Ulsa is now going middle. So it's I think it's Lina offlane something. Okay. So if Ulsa was here, I'll just tell you this, if Ulsa was here, at this time, if Ulsa was here, the game was decided by now. I mean, like, anything can happen in 1k 2k bracket, because most games are decided when most games are decided at like minute 30, minute 40 with big team fights. But if Ulsa was here, I would say the game was decided right now, because you have horrible first item when facing Ulsa, because Ulsa is the kind of guy that is really hard to deal with. Ogre cannot do anything. Ogre cannot zone out the enemy offlaner if it was Ulsa, and you cannot really do anything because you only have one regen. So this is bad. I do not recommend you to get the same items built from next time, because you can get the quelling bits from the side shop. If you haven't noticed, I think you didn't know it. I think you just wanted to play greedy, but you really shouldn't be playing this way. You should try to get one healing salve. Getting two sleepers so agility, this was the right thing, because you can finish your permanent shield by the side shop, so this is good. But don't get the quelling bit from the next game. Don't do this. This is only when you have like two supports sitting behind you and the enemy offlaner is someone that can be zoned out really easily by two supports. So this is really situational. So don't do this anymore. This build has strength, but at your bracket, it really won't do that much. If you have last hitting problem, like I took a last hitting, if you have a last hitting problem and you just want to be better at last hitting with the quelling bait, then it is fine. I think that it is really fine to go this way, but yeah. So it's really interesting to see that Lina is now offlane. But what I predict to happen is Lina is not like super strong offlaner. Lina is actually really weak. But you might end up going back to base if Lina does well in trading HP with you. So here's what I noticed. Let me go back. I will not go back anymore, but I will just go back. So I just went back here because I want to talk about your basic mindset as a carry. You decided to go for the deny, right? I get it. Like you wanted to control the main team. You just wanted to maintain the Crypt's equilibrium. So by doing this, you miss the range creep velocity, right? So to me, this is actually big. Like from my perspective, I'm a 5k player. Like I'm a 5k. To me, this is like here's my translation. This is something that should never happen as a 7 carry. This is a wrong mindset. this is really big. This is actually really big. If you were 3K, 4K players, I would just sit down here and talk about what this will impact, how will this impact you throughout the game for for the next 10 minutes. But as a 1K, 2K players, you should just trust me on this, and all these things, like all these little things, this will impact your game, and this is probably why they are separated from 2K and 3K. If you fix your habit of doing this, and if you actually fix your mindsets and focus on last hitting instead of going for the deny or just like constantly contest, that was good. Like you want to contest Lina, but you should be like little obsessed about last hitting as a carry. You should never miss last hit. I want you to have that kind of mindset. And if you do that, I'm pretty sure that you will get extra like 500 MMR. Just trust me on this. I've been coaching many students, and by just telling them to be more focused on last hitting, they just got extra MMR. They really did if they were playing cores. So you're actually okay. You missed a last hit here. That should not happen. You're essentially doing the same thing. You're not like okay, there's Lina. Actually, by the way, good job blinking back. Yeah, I don't think, judging from it's only been 2 minutes. But I don't think, again, you went for the deny instead of last hit, so I don't think you were understanding the impact of missing last hit. Again, you missed a last hit, so probably by now you missed like 5 to 5 last hits so far. 4 to 5 last hit, that should almost never happen. So all that will impact your game, man. This is really bad as a carry. And like, this never happens. This is something that will never happen in 4K and 5K brackets. You are not allowed to miss last hit like that. Even that one. So work on your last hitting. I want you to watch this replay again by yourself. And you missed last hit too, right? So you missed a lot of last hit. You actually missed a lot. What is sitting at 12 and you're sitting at 5? So take this to watch you missing last hit and how bad you are at last hitting. There cannot be any excuses if you're planning to be a better player as a carry. There cannot be any I was distracted. I mean, it cannot. I can still come back. No, there cannot be any excuses of missing last hit like this. You should be really criticized by all means by doing this. So you're bad at farming. You're bad at last hitting. You're bad. I don't think you're missing last hit like this. And essentially, this is a free farming lane, right? Nobody's contesting you, and under free farm, you miss like 5 last hits so far. It's minute 2, and you miss the last hit when you're free farming. That just tells how bad you are. I'm really sorry, but this is really bad, and I want you to know that this will never happen as you go up higher. If you go up 3K, 4K, 5K, this shit will never happen to anyone. Just any one player. That they will not do this. This is really bad. Okay. So let's talk about your item build. Over Venom is actually an interesting choice. So I usually don't go that harsh on people's item build on early game, but this makes sense. Like, I think you just wanted to be more competitive and zoning out in pressuring the Lina, pressuring the enemy offlane again. Okay, I really thought you were gonna miss last because that was a close one. So let's see if you can make some value out of this. I personally don't like this item because this is like kind of the item that Ogre we get right away, right? Ogre gets over Venom. Like, that's like just how things go. Ogre almost get over Venom. So I thought this item will be just redundant. Why do you need this when Ogre gets one? But luckily Ogre does not have one, and let's see if you can just play around with this item and do something with this. But generally, my prediction is you will not achieve anything by using this, by getting this item. So my first impression is, I have to say, although interesting and I respect your decision, but you just wasted 275 gold by getting this item. You really won't do anything. Okay, and now you purchase brown boots. This is really fine. Like, this is what players will do. But here's the thing that I want you to imagine. All right, let's see this first. I think you guys can kill her if she makes another position mistake. If Ogre is now smart enough to go around like this and stun him or slow him. Okay, Overvenom is now doing something. Okay, very good. You're gonna kill her. Good, very, very good. This happened due to Ogre making smart choice to go around the tree, and Lina was not paying attention, and you got the kill. Very good job. So I was talking about your brown boots. Here's the thing about your brown boots. Or actually, you know what? This is really fine. I wanted to see your next item. Okay, so this is what I thought. Going for the power dress, right? Here's what I want to talk about. This is what most even my brackets, even at 5k, 4k, 5k brackets, people do this. So this is something that this is like high level tip that you can get. Don't do this. Don't do this. And think what you're doing before buying this. Buying brown boots or going for the power dress. Power dress as Anti Mage is the right item to get. Like it should be your item. I don't recommend people staying at brown boots and rush battle free. I just don't like it. So power dress is right, but before getting power dress, you need to think about what you're dealing with. So it's Lina. Your Anti Mage, your scalable is really fine. So it's Lina. She doesn't really do. Her magic damage is not really a problem. It's actually a problem even with the passive, but you do not have any regeneration. You started with one set of tango, and now that I think Lina knows that you have no tango, she still has 3 tangos. So if Lina does this, just keep right clicking you, and now even Spirit Breaker is coming here, you don't have any regeneration. You don't have any regeneration. So what's gonna happen is you should get out. What's gonna happen is you will end up going back to base. Even now, you should go back to base. So you're not delivering the south. This is really good. But imagine what would have happened if you did not get brown boots, if you did not get gloves of haste, if you did not get the overvenom and just get ring of health by the side shop. That costs 850 gold, I believe. That is the item you have to get anyways to get the battle free, right? You have to get the ring of health. So that's what actually what players at really high level will do. They'll stay at Poor Man's Shield, and they just if they assess that the lane is kind of hard and they do not have any much regeneration, they will not think of getting boots up speed. They will not think of getting gloves. They're not gonna get this. They're gonna get the ring of health after getting Poor Man's Shield. They're gonna get the ring of health, and that makes a lot of difference, man. That makes a lot of difference. And I learned this. I'll say this. I learned this from watching Kyo, the pro gamer, Kyo's Anti Mage, and I think Eternal Envy. He also did it once in his pub game. So that's what pro players will do. That's what 6k players and 7k players will do. So consider getting like just not just this, but under any circumstances, you don't need to be like obsessed about getting power dress because it is the item to get. Do you get what I'm saying? So even now, if you okay, let me stop here and watch. I think you're in danger because like if you decide to dive in and Lina stuns you, you might die. Okay. Yeah, think about getting the item because that really makes sense to me. He charges you, you're gonna die. Okay, he charges you kind of late. Let's see. Ooh, all right. Okay, good. Very good job of blinking back. I think you're a good player because like you knew that you were in danger if you were to play greedy and engage in one more last thing. So if you actually had Ring of Health, what would have happened is you probably would have ended up having more HP than this, and you do not have to go back to base. Well, you will have to go back to base, but I really like the way of using the Shrine here instead of going back to Fountain. That was really good. But if you have Ring of Health, you would have ended up having some other options instead of using the Shrine. You would have just like right away straight go back to jungle with Poor Man's Shield and Ring of Health. You can farm here, you can farm here, you can farm here, or you can even farm here, right? So that's the way of thinking through as Anti Mage. You have to focus, you have to find any ways, just try to think of any ways of farming faster every game. You have to farm faster. How to win games as Anti Mage? You have to farm faster, guys. You really have to farm faster. And here's the crazy thing about Anti Mage. So by the way, I really like your way of transitioning to the middle. So you were paying attention to the minimap and nobody was middle. This was the empty lane. So there's no wards in the minimap, that's really fine. But you were paying attention to minimap, you came here and you're farming. So this is really good. I really like your minimap reading ability. So here's a crazy thing about Anti Mage. This is really fucking crazy to me, okay? So I have many 2K friends, like I've been coaching people a lot. Like I like teaching people, and they're really nice people, and I talked to them a lot, and here's a really crazy thing. They were like, "Hey Hugh, what do you think about Anti Mage? Isn't Anti Mage like kind of OP, like OP fucking hero? Like he's really strong. Like it's really strong in the late game. It's a fucking hard character." I was like, "No, I mean, okay, Anti Mage is a carry, but Anti Mage is not like one of the OP and hard late game carry. No, Anti Mage is not. That is not how the hero works. Anti Mage actually becomes weak after minute 40. It's really different from the game. If Anti Mage had accomplished many things before minute 40, then the game is different. But let's say Anti Mage performed mediocre. His better free was like something like around like minute 19, 17, and he didn't really do anything, and he just ended up getting better free Manta, and that's it. And it's a minute 40. Anti Mage can't do shit. Anti Mage cannot do shit after past minute 20, past minute 40, because the enemy cores will get BKB. Once they get BKB, Anti Mage is a really weak carry. So by all means, Anti Mage is not a late game hero. He really is not. If you want to win games as Anti Mage, actually I want to stop here. If you want to win games as Anti Mage, first thing that matters is your ability to farm. But watching this game, watching how you poorly performed in your laning stage around from the minute 0 to like minute 5, like you were free farming and you mislost it. So when people talk about your farming ability as a carry, by doing what you just did, you just prove yourself that you need to work on a lot in your farming ability. You're not a good farmer. I really like the way like you were moving around like and transition into here, but you're not good at carry because I think you still suck at farming. Because that just cannot happen. Okay, I think I made my point there, so I'm gonna stop here. But you're not a good farmer. But if you want to win games as Anti Mage, you have to be crazy good in farming. You cannot miss it in last hit on the free farming. Even when you're contested by the enemy offlane, you cannot miss one last hit. You really cannot. Because Anti Mage is kind of guy who has to get batter free like really fast, right? If you can get batter free at minute 15, that is really good. I mean, it's not really good, but that is good. That is like mediocre. If you get batter free at minute 20, you're a fucking horrible Anti Mage. Like whatever happens, let's say the enemy team ganked you and you die. Okay, I mean that happens, but okay, but that's the result, right? You are a bad farmer if that happens. Maybe your drafting matters. Of course, the drafting matters, but just in general, if you get it batter free at minute 20, you should stop playing Anti Mage. You're not a good farmer. So if you get batter free at minute 20, you're gonna lose the game. What Anti Mage does is he farms the batter free really fast, and he's gonna once he gets the batter free, he's gonna spend the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes in farming an entire jungle and entire lane, and focus on getting his next item. That it is most of the time it will be Manta style. Once he gets Manta style and batter free, now then Anti Mage is kind of compatible. He's kind of strong enough to semi-engage in team fights around minute 20, minute 22. That's what Anti Mage does. He's actually really strong at that time if he gets Manta style really fast. And when he gets Basher at like minute 25 or minute 27, Anti Mage is now becomes a threat to the enemy. That is usually when Anti Mage makes a difference to the game. So do you guys see how like this guy Anti Mage is really farming dependent hero? So I don't recommend playing this hero in 2k bracket, 3k bracket, 1k bracket. No, Anti Mage is a really difficult hero, guys. This guy is not like what you think he is. It's not a good late game hero. He has to accomplish a lot of things to win the games around minute 20, and that depends on his batter free, and that depends on his item advantage. That depends on many things. So if you want to win games as Anti Mage, you have to farm Abyssal around minute 32, 35. That's usually when Anti Mage get Abyssal. Once Anti Mage get Abyssal, Manta style, then what Anti Mage does is just blink in, use Abyssal, and just blow up the supporter, blow up the carry player, the enemy carry. And that happens only before the enemy cores get BKB. Once they get BKB, the game becomes really hard. So that is why Anti Mage starts to become weak around minute 40, because that is usually when everyone else they get BKB around minute 40, right? So it's really complicated, but let me just walk through and let me just commentate more on your gameplay. But so far I really don't think you're gonna win this game, because like you're missing last hit, you just missed last hit again. Just this is free farming. You just miss last again with the Quelling Blade, and you also have power threats. You're hitting for like almost like 100 base damage. You cannot miss any last hit. You really cannot miss any last hit. Any 1k, 2k players will miss last hit under this kind of situation. So if you want to get better, if you don't want to stay in 1k to 2k bracket anymore, you should really stop making those mistakes, man. This is something that just can't happen, like can never happen. And I want you to take this really seriously. And I will promise you, if you become better at last hitting, you'll just naturally gain a bit more. I'm telling you, you'll just get it. Extra 5 bit more, that's it, you'll get it. By just minimizing those kind of mistakes. Do not ever miss last hit under free farming as a carry. That will only happen to 2k players. And 2k players will think of it as nothing. But 4k, 5k players and both players is like something that's crazy to them. That's really crazy. Okay, so now like you're engaging to like every lane. So you were staying at the middle and you're like now sort of bottom with your allies. But this is really sure you're not kind of auto attacking. I don't even think you're focused on farming. Yeah, you should get back. You can farm the jungle. I get it. Okay, so after pushing this lane, okay, good job, good job. So you're thinking through. Very good, very good. You should also stack. It's 1150. You can stack the Asian camp. You can later guess you're not stacking. So as any well, if you're playing carry, if you're playing support, think about stacking the Asian camp, because it really matters. Stacking once or twice, it really matters. You should have definitely stacked that. That will make you a better player. All that small things I'm pointing out. This is not nothing. This is everything, guys. This matters. Did you stack it? Oh, you didn't. Or did you? I'm not sure. Alright. So you're farming. This is okay. Okay. Also, it's in the minimap. I think we should just blink and... wow, this guy's farmed. Alright. Good. Alright, so you're scared of someone. Okay, I get it. Good. Okay, now you can farm your jungle, right? You saw that also went this way, and this is a chance for you to farm the jungle. Okay, skip this.
Here we go.
Okay. If you're farming. Good, good. Pretty good. So you're just at average, I think. You'll get better free, judging from this. Okay, let's look at this. If you get lucky and get like some kills, hero kills, you'll get better free really fast. But just jungle farming, you won't get it that fast. You'll end up getting better free around like minute 20 at this rate. Okay, I have to go back. Let me go back and talk about this. This was really important moment that could have changed the game. So you knew that. I hope that you were paying attention that Alsa had Aegis and he had Blink Dagger. And look at Alsa's item, like he's level 13, he's like Blink Dagger, Phage, Morbid Mask, or Venom, like he has everything, right? This guy's really fat for this time. Like he's been killing everyone. You were standing here and he decided to do this, right? And that takes him 2.5 seconds to do it. You have 360 movement speed. And I really think you checked his inventory. I think you are a good player to check his inventory. So you were genuinely scared about his Blink Dagger to rush into you and just cast blah 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 and you're gonna die, right? But thing is, you also have Blink Dagger, so you should know that he cannot kill you unless you blink toward him. Unless you blink face to him, you're not gonna die too also. Here's the thing. The right move, to me this seems evident that your ultimate, Mana Void, has stun. It will stun duration 0.3 seconds. What you should have done is walk toward him. Walk toward him and cancel his TP. Like, to me this is evident. This is really, you should do this. Because your ally, all of your allies were bottom. All of your allies were fighting at the bottom. And what do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen? I don't think you were, yeah. What do you think is gonna happen if you ever let him to TP bottom? So you're like, okay, I don't care. So he TP to bottom. What do you think is gonna happen now? He's gonna kill everyone. He's gonna kill everyone, man. Everyone here is now dead. Everyone is gonna die. Like, there's no other way around. They're all gonna die. and you're like just staying at top. You're just farming. You're like watching, but this right here was the moment where you could have changed your game as a just as a Dota 2 player, like as a carry. People say like supports are the ones that matters, all that matters before minute 20, and carries matter after minute 20. No. So every teammates died in the bottom. If you had actually cancelled the Ulsa, that might have affected the game. Ulsa might not ended up getting triple kill, and that could have changed the game. Your allies were strong enough. I think your allies were strong enough to fight, and they have gotten the bottom tower. So all that things matters, and by not doing that, yeah, you're again putting your team in more predicament. Yes, Shadowfin fucked up. Shadowfin fucked up, and also did really well. Also was a dominating player in the middle, but I'm really sure that by canceling also his TP once there could have made the game really different. So the game is now really hard. The game is now really hard because you didn't get any. You got the laner kill in the lane, but that's only one. That's not enough to boost up your farm. You missed a lot of last hit from the beginning. Like even when you're free farming, you missed a lot of last hit, and your farming pattern were like okay, but it could have gone much better. And also as now really fed, and at this rate, you're gonna get better free at minute 20. It will even take longer. So, like I said earlier, if you get better free at minute 20, it's not a good Anti Mage game. It's a horrible Anti Mage game. So. Let's see what happens. Let's see if you can flip this. Even when that happens, when that same thing happens, consider using your ultimate to cancel his charge. That's really good. So you knew that you're not strong enough to do anything, right? What your ally should have done is abandon the bottom tower. So I like your decision. You decided to push the middle lane. Luckily you have a catapult. A lot of damage towers. This is actually really good. Okay. This is really good. Good. You got the middle tower. Actually, it's really good. Okay, I'm impressed. Yeah. The worst thing that could happen in this situation is you tipping to bottom tower. If you had tipped to bottom, also would have killed you, and like, that's the game, right? But you didn't do it. You knew that you were weak as Anti Mage. There's nothing else you can do. You decided to farm. So that is good. Let's see if you can. I think, yeah, you're good. Sure, farm in jungle. Are you stacking? I think you were trying to stack. Okay, so I think you sort of try to stack it. Good. You should always stack. When you're playing Anti Mage, you should always stack. Pay attention to the timer. When it's 53, 54, 55, you should stack every camp you can. That will change the game too. Okay. So now you're like, okay, I'm not still strong enough to do anything. Again, I agree with you. Also, it's like crazy now. Let's also start him. Basher. Okay, he's crazy. He's fucking crazy. So also might not ended up getting to start him if you did cancel his TP top, right? Do you agree with me? Oh, this guy is charging you. Okay. Alright. Okay. So here's the thing. I like your okay. So this was perhaps the only way that you wanted to be here. So you want to go for the objective. I get it, but here's the thing. You had a ward here, right? You had a ward here, and you saw the Spirit Breaker coming. Like you should have seen him coming. Like you should have seen him. You better have saw him. If you didn't see him, like I'll tell you that you should pay more attention to the minimap to become a better Dota 2 player. But you should have definitely seen him. And when you saw him, like your immediate reaction should be get back the fuck off, because what the tower does is it allows the enemy player obviously to TP to the tower, right? And if you've been playing Dota for a long time, most likely they're gonna TP to the they're gonna TP into the tree, and they're just gonna blink in and kill you, right? That's what players do. That's what players do. You should be anticipating stuff like that if you've been playing Dota long enough. So number one, as soon as he dived in, many times when Spirit Guard charges in, that means he's not alone. This gank has been set up. That's what should be going through your mind. When Spirit Breaker is charging, you should always think that he is alone, but there's gonna be a backup, especially when you're fighting the enemy under the tower. This is why diving is bad, because the enemy team is not going to back up the spirit breaker. It's not alone, and I want you to play that way. Start anticipating things. So I don't know. Maybe you saw him, you didn't, but you didn't decide to blink in. That was actually crazy to me. This was actually crazy to me that you didn't blink back. You didn't use your use your Puzzy blink to just get back down. But yeah, you should have done that. I get it that you wanted to push the objective, but thing about Anti Mage is, although like meanwhile pushing, getting the objective, getting tower is really good, but I want you to play even more greedier than that. Okay, so if you think you can farm the lane, go to the lane. If you think there's someone else, there's your ally, don't even fucking bother to go to the lane. Like, even when there's objective, start, because like if you look at their lineup, they have Chronosphere, they have Spirit Breaker, they have also. If you get Chronosphere, you're gonna die. If you get charged, you're also likely to die because it's gonna follow with another strike. And if Lina is staying behind, if Lion is staying behind, if also is staying behind, you're gonna die. You should know this. You should start just brainstorming those things in your head to become a better player. So you're gonna die if any one of the enemy initiates on you and there's one follow-up, you're gonna die as Anti Mage. So at this time around, the best thing you can do as Anti Mage is don't ever fucking show up. So by standing right here is crazy to me. This is crazy because one stun you're gonna die. So I do not want you to play this way. This is the wrong way of playing Anti Mage at this time. Go jungle and farm. Go jungle and farm. Jungle is probably the safest place to farm right now, cause as long as the enemy team does not have an offensive ward. So start doing that. So yeah, you deserve to die here, and this affected the game. Yeah, that was crazy to me. Okay, so you're gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna die, right? Okay. Yeah. You didn't need to die there, and you died, and now is again dealing your battle free. It's made 19. You still need like what, 500 more gold. Overvenom really didn't do anything in this game, so Overvenom is again dealing your battle free. So this was a horrible choice. I don't think you did anything with the Overvenom. So don't get this item anymore. It won't really do much. It's just not gonna do much. Alright. You should be scared. When Lion does that, you should be scared. Because, like I said, if somebody is staying behind him, you're gonna die. Yeah. So, Anti Mage, it can really. The game is decided before minute 20. It depends on your farm, and by looking this is just average 2k MMR Anti Mage. So you're not worse, you're not better than any of Anti Mage players in your bracket. You're just playing normal. This is what 2k players will do. So yeah, let's see. I really don't think you guys have any solution against this Ulsa. Look at this fucking Ulsa, man. Yeah, what can you do about this? So you should just, yeah, I mean, the blame is on Shadowfin, right? Like Shadowfin he just died to also too many times in the middle, and but that really cannot be a solution. I'm coaching you, and you should focus on yourself. This is the way of analyzing your replay. Don't even bother to look at your allies. It is fine, like to say that, oh, this guy like affected the game, but if you're ever analyzing your own wordplay, you should just be gone. You should just go harsh on yourself and be objective yourself, and just focus on your hero and decide about what you think would have done to make the game different. If you were when you were losing. All right. This Venom actually like delayed your battle free by like 1 minute at least. So I really hate this item. It's not gonna do anything, and here's the understanding of Anti Mage is what 2k players misunderstand of Anti Mage is once they get battle free, they somewhat think they are strong enough to engage in team fights, and Anti Mage is really not. by getting better free, this is the beginning of Anti Mage. That is just the beginning of the game for the Anti Mage. His game starts right now. His game starts right now. You should be blinking around the entire map very fast. Not even try to waste a single second. Like by doing this, that's a mistake that can happen, but it is bad. Yeah, it's a mistake. I get it, but that is just bad. You're wasting like what 5 seconds of your time by blinking that way. So that's bad. All the things matters. Not like even though you got the better free, you got better free at like minute 20, 21. It's really late. It's really late, and yeah, it's gonna be really hard for you to come back. I don't think you can outfarm any one of the enemy team. So Anti Mage is the kind of guy who should play near flawless if you guys want to win. Flawless is a really hard to play. I don't even recommend playing this hero in pub games, unless you guys like are dying to play him. Okay, let's see. You're gonna farm this, and what you're gonna do now? Aren't you gonna use your blink? Like you're like standing. This is a thing like, this is where like if you're not using your blink dagger as anti mage and you're using and you're wasting that much of time, you would probably wasted like 5 seconds doing nothing, just walking around. There's no reason for you to save your blink that much. You're just walking. You just blink dagger, and look at how many seconds you just wasted. So all the things like you gotta move faster. Okay. Also now took the second, I guess. The only way you can come back from this game is by killing the enemy hero, not by farming, because you're just way too behind. Alright. Okay. So, of course, the enemy team is going to win. What if you get Chronosphere? Oh right, yeah. Like that's like, it's like you're doing this, and here's the thing about this. So your allies just died, right? I want this. This is what should be going through your mind. This is exactly how you get better by analyzing your replay. Your allies just died. Your allies just died here, and if you see them, okay, they're dying. You're pushing the lane. I don't even think this was the right move. As anti-mage, you should be farming the enemy jungle. But okay, whatever. You're let's say you're just like dying to take this up there. So your team died. Look at the minimap. You should be always looking at your minimap. There's Ulsa and there's Void. And Ulsa disappeared and Void disappeared. And you're now fighting at the enemy on. You're now just fighting the under the tower, with no vision, right? With no vision. What do you think is gonna happen? What do you think you should be worried about? Just think that for a moment. Just think that through, and it should be really fast. It will go really fast. You'll become much better at just registering this thought process much faster as you analyze many more replays. What should be going through your mind is, oh, Void is gonna TP. If Void TPs here, and you don't see him TP because he's TPing inside a tree, you cannot really see him. And if he does land Chronosphere on you, you are fucking dead, man, right? You are fucking dead. You're anti-mage, you got the better free, but look at your hero. You have 800 HP and you have 9 armor. That really is nothing, right? That's really nothing. So you should be anticipating this kind of stuff, man. Void just disappeared from the minimap, and what do you think he's gonna do? He's gonna TP, right? He's gonna TP and he's gonna cast Chronosphere, and you two are playing at the same level. None of you don't care about the Chronosphere. If any of you two was the better player, I don't know, you guys could have just ditched and TP back to your base or from the enemy jungle, but none of you did it. So you're just thinking the same. You're playing the same, and by doing this, you cannot climb up higher. You're at where you are for reasons by playing this. So don't ever do this again. Now you're gonna get Chronosphere. Yeah, and it's gonna go for the Shadowfin, easier target. You also get charged. You're also in danger. You blinked in. Luckily, this guy does not have a Nether Strike, but yeah, that like you deserve to die right there. You really did. Okay, Shadowfin, good. But yeah, that was really bad. That was really bad. If like Lion was also TPing to the bottom, you were dead. If Lina was TPing the bottom, we were dead. If this guy had TP, you were dead. So keep that in mind. That was a really another crazy move. So you're gonna farm, you're already way too behind. Let's see if you can come back. The best thing you can do around this time is just hope for the enemy team to make mistakes. And they play bad and you play decent, and yeah, what else can you do about this? Get out. Okay. Also, it's just too strong.
This will do nicely.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay. Let me just go back and tell you. You're taking tower damage, right? And you do know how to de-aggro. When this happens, press A, press attack, and you can de-aggro the tower attack. I think you know this, but you just didn't do it. Attack the creeps, press A and left click the creeps like crazy. Just spam it. And what's gonna do is it will de-aggro the tower attack. That's what happens, but you were taking too much tower damage. You were taking way too many tower damage, and I even think if Lina had ultimate, yeah, I don't know why she did not stun you. She didn't do anything. But if she did stun you, you were dead. You were really dead. So that happened because you did not de-aggro the tower. That's really basic stuff that you should always do. So all the things matters, man.
Middle tower is under
Okay, so I really don't think there's a way to find this way to come back from this game unless the enemy team makes really stupid mistakes. Because the game was decided when you were like missing many losses, when you got your battle free at like minute 20, since like you died once or twice, and you're not farming efficient. So if you were to win this game, you should have at least got your Manta style by now. You should need your Manta style, and you should have been close to your. You should be working on your Basher by now. Once you get the Manta style, what's really good thing about this is if you get Manta, you really can go on. Well, you should still be careful, but you can still go on Lion. You can go on Lina. You can go on. You can initiate on Spirit Breaker when they are out of position. So that gives you like options once you farm Manta. You're not like now strong enough to fight in the contribute yourself in team fight, but it's minute 27 and you don't even have Manta style yet. What good Anti Mage players will do is they will end up getting Manta style around this time, and they will get Basher, even Abyssal, if things go right. So, and this is happening just because you're not farming. You're not good at farming. I really like your mindset, like as like pushing towers and objective, but with this mindset, try play a different hero. Like play Juggernaut. I think Juggernaut will suit you. Yeah, play Juggernaut. Not Anti Mage. Okay, so you're gonna go in. You don't have a Manta style, but you know that if you don't come here, you're gonna lose the game. So that was kind of desperate TP. So the enemy team is now kind of throwing. Very good. The enemy team is now kind of throwing. They are diving like crazy, and they're gonna. You guys can come back. So this happens, right? This happens in pub games. So there's a reason why people should never give up, because the enemy team will throw. They will throw the game. Even when they have like ridiculous advantage, they will just throw the game. That's Dota. That just happens. So just don't ever give up. But if I have to be objective and talk about this game, you're gonna just win this game. Like I think like by like only 10%. You're still really far behind. They drew once, but it really doesn't mean anything. Okay, so now I'm pretty sure that you're gonna lose the game, no matter what the enemy team go. You're gonna go for the Alliance Setter. So This is how you lose the game. You're. I hope that this is like a bug or something. Let's just fast forward.
Top tower is
So you got the manta style from the courier. You're now delivering it, but is your next item Aghanim Scepter? Okay. So can you walk me through like why at this time around you decided to go for yeah, you died there, that's fine. You just died. That's because you died. Can you walk me through like why you decided to get Aghanim Scepter? So after seeing that your next item was Aghanim Scepter, that is like when I became 100% sure that you guys are never gonna win this game, no matter how hard the enemy team throws. You're not gonna win this game unless you make some adjustment right now. You're gonna lose the game. What do you think it's gonna do with your Aghanim Scepter? What do you think is gonna happen? What Aghanim does is it reflects and, well, it blocks and reflects. It's like Lincoln Sphere and Lotus Orb combined. So when Lion single targets and hexes you, you're gonna block the hex and then you're gonna reflect the Lion. So that is okay, that is amazing against Lion. When Lina does ult you, Laguna Blade, it's gonna block the Laguna Blade and it's gonna reflect to her. Okay, that's pretty cool. Charge doesn't work. When he net the strike on you, I'm not even sure. Yeah, I know that charge does not work the same way, but that's what Scepter does. That's what Scepter does. But what do you think is gonna happen? Do you think that will change the game? Okay, good, good. Ah, really? Okay, thank God that you decided to get the Bastion instead. Okay. Okay. Alright, so here's the thing about this. Okay. So Lina made a position mistake, right? And this is your site. Okay. Here's your site. Like this is like a problem of many players. Lina got initiated. And your immediate reaction was, I'm gonna blink in from here to here. You blink like what, 200 range? Like you just literally blink from where Red King was standing to Lina. That was like really short baby blink, dagger, baby blink. You blinked in and you popped your Manta style and you go for the Lina kill, right? So this is a problem. Number one, your blink was horrible, and number two, initiating to Lina was not the right thing to do. Like it's not smart to be it's not smart because you gotta think this through, man. You have to think about this. Like you were standing here. Okay, let's go back. You were standing here, and you saw Lina. She's making a really bad position mistake. She even went up. She even tried to go up the high L. So she's just gonna get caught by the Legend Commander, obviously. Here's what should be going through your mind. You do not have vision here, right? You don't have vision here over here. And all of them are alive. All of the enemy team were alive and everybody was here. It's like you saw them here. And Ogre was down, Shadowfiend was down. I don't even think this initiation was the right thing to do. So this guy is, I think Legend Commander was like, okay, what the fuck, I don't care. I'm just gonna go on, cast an ultimate on Lena. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die, but I don't care. But you were thinking the same. You were thinking the same as Legend Commander. You were thinking, okay, he went in, I'm gonna go in. But what smart Dota 2 players will do is they will assess about the situation. They're still dead, they're gonna come back, but this is not the time to initiate anyone. If you have to be really like, if you're like desperate about like just initiating and just force the enemy team to make mistakes, what you should have done as Anti Mage is don't blink in. Don't blink, don't baby blink. You blink from here to here. This blink was wrong. If you really wanted to do is contribute in teamfight, anticipating the Shadowfiend Ogre might TP here and make this a final battle, what you should have done is TP blink in the fog of war. Around here, around here, around here. Just anticipate things by anticipating things. This blink did not make sense. If you had actually jumped on like Void, if you had jumped on Lion and stop Lion's blink dagger, I think Lion was the best target. Just blink in and use your Manta, pop your Manta style. Give your vision to allies, give your vision to yourself. I think you'd have ended up contributing much more than that. But I'm not saying that by doing that it would have made like any differences. You guys are already losing the game really hard. It's 32-19. They have a lot of advantage, but it should be your mindset. This is like different approach, right? What I'm telling you is really different, and By doing that, I think you will become a much better player from next game. So I'm not gonna. You're gonna lose the game now. Like you're gonna die, man. He's dead, and even you are dead by Chronosphere. So they're gonna spot you, and Lion can hex you. He can. Okay, doesn't even need to hex you. So you're just gonna lose the game from here. So you're doing this. Okay, I'm just gonna watch. I'm actually curious to see how bad the enemy team fucks up. All right. All right. All right. All right. If you had actually survived from that fight, you would have ended up getting kills from all these players and got more closer to the basher. So I'm not saying that the game is unflippable. Like everything can happen, but you're having really bad game as Anti Mage because you just died there. There might have been a slim chance if you did actually survive and got some kills, but you keep getting Chronosphered, you keep getting targeted in team fight because you're not paying attention. That is not the mindset as a carry. That should never happen. You should know that what things kill me. Here's how I want you to think from the next game. You're playing Anti Mage. I don't know. I don't even care what you're playing. If you're playing Anti Mage, what do you think is gonna kill me? Just keep like reminding yourself. You should be working in your head. If I get Chronosphered, I'm most likely gonna die. If I get initiate on Spirit Breaker and get Nether Strike, I'm gonna die. If someone is staying behind Spirit Breaker and followed up by Lena Stone or Reliance, I'm gonna die. If I get jumped on by Ulsa, I'm just gonna die right away. He's now getting closer to the basher, so I'm just gonna die. So all those things should be in your head. That will make you have much better time in positioning yourself and do the right thing in urgent time in big team fights. Cause like it's like this. In big team fights, there's really no time to think. There is really no time to think about this. It's all about your muscle memory. Like, okay. So that dude is gonna die. Or not. Okay. Okay. So this is him like just overextending like crazy. Yeah. Just keep reminding yourself what kills me, what does not kill me. That will just make, by just doing that, that will just make you a better player in terms of positioning. Okay. Okay, you got the second motion or just third motion? I think it was the third. Yeah, I think it was the third. Okay. And do you know how like in this game, like your allies did not even bother to buy 1 wards? Oh. Ooh. Why don't you use your meta style? Why don't you use your meta style? Like here. I was gonna talk about your vision, but I just cannot believe how badly you fucked this up. So I get it that you did not. So number one mistake you did here was you were not calculating the blink distance. You did not blink. Like if you had actually waited about like 0.1 second and a little bit closer and then blink in, or just blink in better position, you would have ended up blinking right in face of Spirit Breaker, and you can kill him with the Manta style. You can really kill him, and you even have Venom mode. This is actually making sense now. You can slow down his movement speed a little bit, and you can chase him with your Manta style and hit him with your illusion. So even now this was a kind of sloppy blink, but what you should have done is right click him once, slow him down with your Venom Warp, and then pop your Manta style, and then again right click him a little bit more, and then finish him with your Mana Void. But what you did was you're like, okay, I'm here, I'm just gonna man the fuck up, I'm gonna back up, and I'm gonna re-engage in, and I'm gonna hit him without using the Manta style. I'm gonna use my ultimate. So like this, he was at 350 mana. That is why he did not take any damage from it. He had a bunch of mana and you still catch a Mana Void. How this skill works is, yeah, like as it is described, you'll do more damage. Excuse me, guys. You'll do more damage when the enemy does not have mana. So when this guy has 0 mana, you'll end up doing a lot more damage. But you did not pop the Manta style. If you pop Manta style, you'll drain his mana much faster. But yeah, I don't understand why. There's no reason for it. This does not make sense. Engaging like this as Anti Mage is something that can happen to only someone that does not understand the mechanism of Anti Mage. That is the only reason I can think of not using Mental Assault. So that is how bad you fucked this up. So yeah, you fucked this up. It's gonna run away and you have to let him go.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Good job popping the mental style like that. Okay. You still do not have Basher. That's 36 minutes and
Tis mine.
alright.
Invisibility.
Got Basher, good. I was talking about your warding. So the only way you can prevent from that, after going through the thinking process that I was talking about, if you get chronosphered, you're gonna die. If you get charged, you're highly likely to die. If you get stunned by ulcer, if you get jumped on by ulcer, you're gonna die. So how do you think you can prevent it from happening? It's by warding. It's only by warding. If you have vision in the entire map, and by placing wait, don't. I'm gonna stop right here. If you had vision, if you had vision like in distant places, you can see where the enemy is going, and by reading the minimap, you can determine your positioning, and you can be worried about, oh, okay, they're coming, I should back off. You can prevent your death by doing that. So that is when your ward becomes really, really good. That is how vision wins the game. So if none of your teammates were providing wards in crucial time, you should have been the person who's been putting down the wards. But I don't think you actually put out any wards when your teammates were not buying. So just buy 1 or 2 wards. That's really fine. Let me go back here. So you're here, and okay, so I guess you were like talking to Shadowfin. I really like that how like you clicked on Shadowfin and check his item. This is actually good because like none of the 1K players do this. They don't care about people's item. They really never do. I've been coaching them and they don't. You're actually like one of the first person who to actually like check out people's items. So it's good. But you're communicating with him, and I think you guys were telling each other, okay, let's go on him. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about. Did you click on Ulsa? So you clicked on Ulsa as you blinked in. So you did not check his item before going in. If you had actually checked his item, you don't even have to check his item. He just finished the Roshan a while ago. He had Aegis and he even had cheese, and he look at his item build. Abyssal, Dazzle later, Vladimir. So number 1 mistake from you is, I would say, you did not check his item. Why didn't you check his item before going in? You had a vision of advantage from him. You had vision of advantage from him. Like right now is where you should have clicked on him and check his item build. And by seeing his item, seeing that he has Aegis, which means you have to kill him twice. You have to kill him 2 times. But do you think you can do it with this item? No, no. What's gonna happen is, even though you guys end up killing him once, what's gonna happen is everyone, I don't even think Ulsa needs any help from his allies. When Ulsa comes back with the Aegis, he's gonna use a cheese, and with that he basically have like 3 lives, and he's gonna kill you. He's gonna kill Anti Mage, he's gonna kill Shadowfin. It's really easy for him. So this engagement did not make sense. And also I want you to look at the minimap. You have some vision in the upper left upper side, but you do not have vision in here. So you're not sure how the enemy is engaging, when the enemy is coming to you, once Ulsa has been engaged by you too. So this is not a smart place to fight. But you just went in without checking his item. I don't think you checked his item. So you blinked in and then you checked his item, so you don't really care about his item. So this is your mistake. You're gonna blink in and you're gonna do this, but no, man, Ulsa is not gonna die that easily. This is like, this is so wrong. Good job, like every one of you, all of your teammates engaged in, and Elsie was here, so you guys killed him, but you used your mana void, so you did well played. No, this is not good. This really does not look good. He's gonna come back and also can solo every one of you by just himself, and you do not have any vision. What if this guy runs in? Spirit Breaker is highly likely that once Meanwhile, everything was happening. Of course he charges you. Of course he charges you wherever he is. His enemy is now like standing here, but you guys don't see him because you guys don't have vision. You're gonna die now. You're just not gonna die now. So killing him was great. Let's say killing him was great, but what you should have done is after killing him is just back the fuck down. Just back the fuck down and run. That's what should have. That's what you guys should have done. But I don't think none of you did it. So this is where you guys die. You guys are just gonna die. Every one of you is gonna die here. So this is how bad you can fuck up, and this is how bad your allies fucked up. So you guys are all playing at the same level. None of you made the right call, and I think that is the end. Even Elsie was not here. So all the decision making is really different. 1K is like where players fuck up a lot, and I want you to be the different person. You have to be the different person and communicate with your allies. Make the right call, do the right things. You should be that one, and you can change the game. Whatever the roles you're playing, carry, support, offlane, it doesn't matter. By doing the right things, you will change the game. You will start winning many more games. Okay. So you guys are just gonna lose here now, right? Oh, so something's happening. I mean, I don't really care. I think, okay, they got the mega creeps. I think you guys will just linger a while a little bit more, and just end up losing. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're gonna do this. They're gonna fuck a little bit more. Chronosphere. Okay, like good timing, good. But I don't think you guys are strong enough to hold us. We're not strong enough. And you still want to go Aghanim Scepter. I mean, it doesn't matter now, but let me take up the Aghanim Scepter, because for the sake of you, if you're playing more Anti Mage, and for the sake of every Anti Mage player out there, okay, first of all, just in short, don't get Aghanim Scepter. Just don't get this fucking item. Aghanim Scepter is like just very situational, and it is really hard to make the item worth it. Yeah, you don't need Aghanim Scepter. You really don't, unless like you're playing against, I don't know, unless you're playing against like I don't know, Bloodseeker, or who? I don't really, I can't really think of any example, but I'm pretty sure there are times where you need Aghanim Scepter. Combined with Linken's, this is really good. Like you can really put on, you can really transition into like red, transition into Anti Mage who just focus on red Dota. Just split push all game, and make the enemy team make it extremely hard to kill you by getting Aghanim Scepter and the Linken's, but it's really not, it doesn't really work. Aghanim Scepter, just in general, is not the item that you guys want to get. So, but I don't know why, but people think like if you get Aghanim Scepter as anti-mage, it's like Linken's plus Lotus Sword, the item is fucking OP, but no, it's not. It really is not. So it really doesn't do anything. If you guys can think of any way of using the Aghanim Scepter as anti-mage, just comment me below. Let me discuss about this, because I want you to know what you guys think about this. But in my opinion, it's a pure trash. Just don't get the item. Okay, scoreboard. Oh, this guy got BKB. Your GPM as anti-mage is 435. Even though you were losing, I don't think this was acceptable. I really don't think this was. You can do much better job. Seriously, you can do much better job in last setting. Oh, is that it? You just killed Lina and that was it? Ah, okay. Yeah, this happened because you got Metastyle way too late, and when anti-mage starts to kill people is when he has battle-free Metastyle and then at least Skull Basher. Once he gets Abyssal, before minute 30, anti-mage becomes really scary, but around minute 30 you did not even have Basher, right? When did you get Basher? Yeah, you got Basher at 30, that is super late. So I'm really sorry about the coughing. Like, I think I'm sick. Yeah, I think I'm sick. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm coughing. Um, don't play Anti Mage. Don't play Anti Mage. The hero is fucking hard to play. Like you have to play flawless. But like just saying that, what I really liked about your gameplay is, meanwhile you're missing last hit on the free farming, but it can be fixed really easily. It can be fixed really by like, it really can be fixed from your next game by your efforts. That is the thing. Like players really improve faster, um, by just changing his mindset. And last setting is one of those areas. You can become much better player in last setting from next game by just focusing. So you'll become better. I promise you, you'll become better at last setting. And another thing that I want to talk about is you are not the best player. You are not the best farmer, but I really liked how like you were paying attention to the minimap and you went for the objective every time. I think that is your strength. You focus on tower. You're a little bit of. You seem like you were a little bit obsessed about taking the tower. So, what I recommend is playing different hero. Man, you can really do a much better job by playing different hero. I recommend playing I recommend playing Juggernaut. With your gameplay style, like Juggernaut is the way. Even Juggernaut can get better for you situationally. So, if you play Juggernaut, I really think you can start winning many more games with Juggernaut, because Juggernaut is a guy who's really good at, unlike Anti Mage, who's really good at soloing his safe lane, and he can even go to middle. So try to play Juggernaut. If you have more questions how to play Juggernaut, just ask me. Just send me a private message. I'll tell you how he's really easy to play. He's really strong in pub games, I think. So yeah, that was it. Is there anything else? Yeah, and don't get this item. This item did not really do anything. This item actually delayed your battle free, so it didn't really do anything much. Okay, I think that was it. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys had a good time watching this gameplay, and I hope you become better player next game. Goodbye.